Hello and welcome. Today we will be covering some cards from my favorite set of the year so far anyway. Tarkir Dragonstorm. We're going to do a top 10 video on my top 10 favorite cards, and this just set is absolutely bonkers and we love it. Let's get into it.
Dear viewers, I want to play a game. For some time now you have been watching these videos on this channel without subscribing, without liking, and without commenting. How despicable. And now you're faced with a choice. You have precisely to the end of this video to smash like and subscribe and leave a comment. Otherwise, your mobile device, your TV, your tablet, your computer will explode by the end of this video's playtime. Make your choice. Number 10.
First up, we have Frostcliff Siege, 1 in a blue and a red. As its enchantment enters, you Jeskai or Teamer. Jeskai, whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Teamer, creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample and haste. Y'all hear that crack? I did too, I'm embarrassed. I like this one particularly because it's an enchantment, you know, usually a little harder to remove, usually sticks around a little longer. It's cheap, it's a cheap, it only 3 CMC. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, we draw a card, so we get some card draw, we swing out on multiple opponents, we get multiple card draws. And then the big draw for me is Teamer, creatures you control get +1/+0 and have trample and haste. The +1/+0 is meh, but the trample and haste there together is just beautiful. This is going straight in to my Dragon Tribal deck with your Rennie. It's just delicious. Haste Enabler, Trample Enabler for some big flying big boys. I freaking love it.
Number 9.
Next up, we have Dragonback Assault for 3, a green, a blue, and a red. For an enchantment, when this enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Has landfall. Whenever a land you control enters the battlefield, create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. I really like this one. It's really more on the expensive side. It's a nice enchantment that sticks around. It's kind of a pseudo board wipe-ish. In the deck that I play it in, it could be a one-sided wipe at times because I'm playing just big dragons with this one. I just like that it's kind of like got the 3 damage on each everything, wipes out the token decks, wipes out the white weenie decks, and then every time you play a land, you know, we're getting more dragons, which hopefully we'll be playing too many more lands after we hit 6, but you know, it's just there, give us a couple of bodies, give us some more dragons, and a little pseudo board wipe. I like it. It probably isn't the best slot in, but I just really like it, and that's why I got it in there.
Number 8.
Next up, we have Colossal Grave-Reaver 6 in Golgari for a flying dragon 7/6. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, mill 3 cards. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, put one of them onto the battlefield. This is pretty sick. So when it enters, we mill 3. We also have some other milling strategies, of course, to go in this Golgari deck. And then whenever one or more creatures are put into the graveyard from our library, we put one of them onto the battlefield. So if we're doing a lot of self-milling here, we get a lot of different instances of triggers instead of all at once. So you want it to be like different instances of mill triggers instead of like a big mill trigger. And then from all these little sources, when we hit creatures, they go directly onto the yard. And he's a big 7/6 flyer. What's not to love?
Number 7.
Up next, we have Btor, Ancestor's Voice for 2 and a white, black, and green legendary creature Spirit Dragon 3/5 flying lifelink. If you're in step, put a number of +1/+1 counters and up to one other target creature you control equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Turn up to one target creature card with mana value less than or equal to the amount of life you lost this turn from your graveyard to the battlefield. I like this guy. He's very interesting for life gain / life loss decks. I have a Bats deck. Thinking about throwing him in there. It would be pretty cool. I mean, he's a pretty cool guy, but there's so many ways you could build it with, you know, like the self-milling to get creatures in your yard and the gaining and losing life. It just seems like it'd be a really cool deck idea, and so that's why I got this guy at number 7.
Number 6.
Up next, we have Bloomvine Regent. 3 and double green for a 4/5 flyer. Whenever this creature or another dragon you control enters, you gain 3 life. Has the Omen claim territory. Search your library for up to 2 basic forest cards, reveal them, put them onto the battlefield tapped, and the other into your hand, then shuffle. I really like this guy. He looks really cool. I like the pink. It looks like one of those, what is it called? Like the cherry blossom looking praying mantises, but he's like a dragon. And then I like the Omen to be able to tutor up some lands because it went straight into my Urani deck and we just needed more, you know, ramp. And this also has a dragon on the other side, which gets shuffled back in, which then you could hit with Urani. And also, if you're doing Urani, I will just say the whole gaining 3 life thing comes in a lot more than you normally think it would, because it counts dragon tokens too. It doesn't care whether it's a non-token or not. You just get 3 life every time a dragon enters, which is really sick. And it comes up a lot more than you would think it would, like 10, 20 life, something like that. I really like it.
Number 5.
Up next, we have Mistrise Village. It's a land. When this land enters, it enters tapped. Unless you control a mountain or a forest, we can tap it to add a blue, and then we can pay a blue and tap it to have the next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. I don't know why I'm saying tap like that. I don't know. I just got a certain energy about me with this land because I love it, because it adds another redundancy. If you're already in blue, which you should be, then you can tap it, and the next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. Not like a non-creature spell, not just a creature spell, any spell. This is sick, and it's hard to interact with because it's a land. This is freaking delicious, and I love it. If you have blue, you need this. If you're running mountains or forests, even better and more delicious.
Number 4.
Up next, we have Broodcaller Scourge, 5 and double green for a 5/7 flying. Whenever one or more dragons you control deal combat damage to a player, you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to that damage from your hand onto the battlefield. How delicious is that? That's freaking sick. It's like a little baby dragon in green, little baby dragon. And we attack multiple opponents. We get multiple permanents for that big boy damage. Freaking love it. Fits in good green decks, fits in not good green decks, fits in multicolored decks with green in it. I just freaking love it. Went straight into my Ureni deck. Put this in your Ureni deck. Actually, wait, it came with the freaking precon, didn't it? Yes, it did. It came with the freaking precon. It's just delicious. If you got the precon, keep it in there. This card's great.
Number 3.
Next up, we got Elspeth, the Shock Slayer. The Storm Slayer. 3 and double white. 5 loyalty planeswalker. If one or more tokens will be created under your control twice that many of those tokens are created instead, leave that in. +1, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Double 2 soldiers. 0, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain flying until your next turn. Not until end of turn, till next turn. Leave your board of soldier tokens flying in the air up until your next turn for blockers. And then -3, destroy target creature and opponent controls mana value 3 or greater. Get rid of those big boys. Do all of this as soon as she comes down. This is super power crap, dude. Like, come on now. Anointed Procession is just an enchantment, which is harder to interact with and harder to remove. I get it. Planeswalkers are kind of easy to get rid of. If you play them too early, you don't have blockers and such and so forth, right? I get that argument. But this is Anointed Procession stapled onto free activation of making 2 tokens, buffing our creatures and giving them flying and destroying stuff. It's got removal, it's got token generation, and it's got evasion giving stapled to an Anointed Procession. Come on. This is delicious.
Number 2.
Next up, we got my boy Ugin, Eye of the Storms, revived Ugin boy, 7 for 7 loyalty planeswalker. When you cast the spell, exile up to 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Okay, cool. Whenever you cast a color spell, exile up to 1 target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Okay, delicious. +2, you gain 3 life and draw a card. 0, you add 3 colorless. -11, you search your library for any number of colorless non-land cards, exile them, then shuffle. Until end of turn, you may cast those cards without paying their mana costs. Delicious. This just reads, you win the game. This Ugin boy is super exciting for me. If you know, you know. We got that Eldrazi colorless Zuladoc deck in the channel. And need I remind you that Zuladoc is spells you cast from your hand with 7 mana value or greater. If they're colorless and they have 7 or greater mana value, you get to cascade. So, Eye of the Storms, we cast it, we cascade. We get to exile 1 thing. He lands. We gain 3 life, we draw a card, or we add 3 colors to cast some of our colorless rocks, and then exile. It's got card draw, it's got mana on it. It's pretty sick. If we somehow, beyonds, make it to the -11, we win the game. Because we just grab all of our colorless cards from our deck, and specifically, we cast them, which is delicious. Oh, it doesn't work like that because it's not from your hand because we exiled them. But still, it's fine. We don't need to cascade off our whole deck. It's okay. It's fine. I just now realized that. That's poop. But anyway, he's still freaking sick for the removal and the card draw and the mana generation and putting all of our Eldrazi onto the board. He's freaking sick. And I love it. It's absolutely delicious.
Number 1.
Lastly is my boy, Ureni of the Unwritten, 4 generic and teamer for a 7/7 Spirit Dragon with flying and trampler, a flampler, whenever your Rennie enters or attacks. Ooh, delicious. Look at the top 8 cards of your library. Oh, even more delicious. You may put a dragon creature card from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Super delicious. I love this freaking guy. This guy is freaking sick. He's amazing. I love him. Now let me tell you, I've been looking and thinking about making a dragon tribal deck for forever, but I didn't want to be one of those plebs. I'm sorry if you have one of these decks, but I didn't want to be one of them guys, one of them girls, one of them peoples running the Dragon or running the Tiamat in the 5-color dragon tribal deck. Didn't want to do that. We wanted to stick with Temur. We wanted something new, wanted something unique, but I couldn't do it. And then this guy came out, and then he was a precon, and I was freaking stoked. I have taken this deck, I have upgraded it beyond belief as much as I can with the Temur stuff, with most of these cards that I've shown you in my top 10, which is why they're in my top 10, and it's just so much fun to play. So much fun to play. Bracket 3, not super high powered in bracket 4. There's a video coming out on him and what I've done with the deck to upgrade the precon really soon, but I freaking love him. He's amazing. And I just think it's so much fun to run him as a commander. Looking at the top 8, that trigger goes off way more than you think it would, you know. And yes, it does take a bit to get him out. He's freaking expensive, but the whole early game is about ramp, putting down your value enchantments to draw cards and give haste and all kinds of other stuff. And it's just so good. It's just so good. Everybody leaves you alone. Most of the time, in my experience, everybody leaves you alone because you're just ramping, getting out lands. You're going to lose some life, you know, for the early attack triggers that other people need to get, and you're wide open, you know, waiting to cast your commander and such. But oh, I love this deck so much. It's so much fun to play. I just love it, and I recommend that you look into building your Rennie if you want to do Dragon Tribal, but you want to be a little bit different and not do 5-color Dragon Tiamat stuff. All right, what you guys think? Tell me what you think in the comments. Leave a like, smash subscribe. Please join the Discord. We need some more people on there. Leave the link down in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. And did your mobile devices or electronic devices explode? Nah, they didn't, because I'm a nice guy. Told Jigsaw to chill out a little bit.
He never lets me have any fun.
It's okay, Jigsaw. You'll get him next time. Don't worry about it. But until then, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.